heroism that we don't preoccupy ourselves with trivia. It is against that background of great...
Our distinguished Prime Minister, Golda Meir, but not for an address. Tonight, we will have an unusual experience. Normally, the Prime Minister speaks and we listen. Tonight, she agrees that you speak and she will listen and give you an answer. And while I do this chesed, Madam Prime Minister, kein Jiddisch Kind soll nicht...
שבני נוח אלו, האם משפט חלקה, זה כמו נהוג,
למה
לא, היא רוצה...
רבותיי,
It won't take long.
because I'm afraid this is one of the few things that I'm not an expert at. But I've heard about it. I've even tried to understand it and tried to speak to knowledgeable people about it. One thing I've learned is that there is a problem. Two, that there is probably much exaggeration on this problem. Three, that there is not an energy crisis because it's a question whether countries, I don't know from what country this gentleman...
United States.
I thought of that. That the United States, you must know better, uses such a large part of the oil in the world and uses it very, very rapidly. And I only the other day heard numbers, comparisons to countries of 600 million people, 800 million people. It's a drop really in a bucket of oil in comparison to what the United States uses, and the how the necessity for oil and the use of it has grown from year to year. But there are, so I hear, and I'm not touching on atomic energy that I do know a lot about, but I won't talk about it tonight. But what we call other means, that is, there still is oil in the world, and there is coal. And if there are ecologists here, don't get scared. The people that spoke to me about it have no intention that the oil should be used as it was used until now, but that there are, after all, we live in the era of science and technology, and there are possibilities of extracting from coal energy power without killing off the population. And that coal in the world and in the United States is of almost unlimited quantities. After I've said all this, the world says there is an energy crisis. In the United States, you hear a lot about it and you read a lot about it. And the question naturally is asked, will this energy crisis produce a byproduct of energy which may try to put pressure on Israel for a solution that Israel cannot accept and will not accept? I can't answer that, but I think people who... There are probably people that would like to make this connection, but people who have made a thorough study of this question refuse to accept that because a large amount of oil, the large percentage of the oil that is needed in the world today is concentrated, I would say, in the wrong spots. Sometimes we say among ourselves, how do Israelis say, Kol hakavod leMoshe Rabbeinu. But he took us 40 years through the desert to bring us to the one spot in the Middle East where there is no oil. But even if oil is concentrated where it is, I believe, maybe it's because I want to believe, that powers in the world and large countries and large peoples in the world will not joyfully bring upon themselves the dictatorship of oil, especially in a world where with effort and science and knowledge it is possible to solve this problem differently without selling out the independence of entire peoples and large powers to those that have oil wells. I hope this will not happen.